Dexter Resurrection Episode 7 trailer explained. You know when a show gives you just enough answers to make you feel smart, only to rip the floor out from under you 30 seconds later. Yeah, that's Dexter Resurrection right now. Episode 6 handed us a eulogy, a twin twist, and a kill that happened so fast I had to rewind twice to even catch the look in Dexter's eyes. And then Showtime said, "You think you know what's coming in Episode 7? You don't. I'm Sophia, this is Breakdown Epic, and today we're stepping into the blood-soaked, morally gray, and shockingly emotional future of Dexter Morgan, as the Episode 7 trailer hides more than it shows. And trust me, that's exactly the point. But before we even talk about what the trailer reveals, I have to ask, is anyone else feeling a weird sense of déjà vu? Because the way Episode 6 ended, with Gemini's twin reveal, it feels like we're heading into one of those late-season Dexter snowball arcs. You know, the kind where every decision Dexter makes in Episode 7 will lock in the endgame for the season, and probably destroy someone we care about. And the crazy part, the trailer already gave us a clue about who's not making it to Episode 8. Let's talk about the thing no one wants to admit. The Gemini twist isn't just clever writing, it's a trap. Think about it, Dexter now has 2 high-profile killers on his table list, both connected, both dangerous, both unpredictable. He's been juggling Batista's investigation, Harrison's emotional spiral, Charlie sniffing around under Prater's orders, and Blessing's Kamara low-key acting like his emotional sponsor. And now, the trailer shows him stalking someone, but the angles are off. I paused every frame of that 1-minute 48-second clip. We're meant to think he's after one Gemini, but I think Showtime is teasing the wrong twin entirely. This means, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Dexter might be going after the wrong man in Episode 7, and when Dexter goes after the wrong man, innocent people die. Or worse, someone we like dies. And this isn't just a maybe. We've seen it before. Remember Miguel Prado? Remember how Dexter's precision got sloppy when emotion entered the room? Yeah, now multiply that by Harrison's teenage impulsiveness, and Gemini's ego split into 2 living bodies. So here's the big, stomach-turning question. What if Episode 7 isn't about Dexter killing Gemini at all? What if it's about Gemini killing Dexter's cover? Yeah, I said it. And once you see the forbidden knowledge in this trailer, you won't unsee it. Frame Bohan 12 in the trailer. Dexter's in a dimly lit hallway. It's quick, 2 seconds at most. The lighting is cold blue, which if you've watched long enough, you know Showtime uses for NYPD interiors, not Dexter's kill locations. That means Dexter's already in police space. Now why would Dexter be in a police hallway before a kill? Either he's targeting someone inside the system, or the system is targeting him. Then there's the knock. Oh, the knock at Zoe 26, you hear it before you see it. It's not Harrison. Too heavy. Too deliberate. I've run it back and compared it to Charlie's knock from Episode 5 and Batista's knock from New Blood. And guess what? It matches Batista's rhythm. That's not an accident. And if Batista's knocking, that means Episode 7 is the episode Dexter gets cornered. But here's the kicker, the trailer immediately cuts to a shot of Harrison looking panicked in a crowd. Classic Showtime misdirect. Right? Wrong. Look closer. Behind Harrison, 2 men in identical black coats, 2 men same height. That's your twin confirmation, in plain sight, disguised as background extras. Showtime knows we're looking for Dexter vs. Gemini, but they're actually hiding Gemini vs. Gemini, and possibly, Gemini vs. Harrison. Okay, I have to ask you, if you were Dexter right now, would you double down and take out Gemini in one night, or would you walk away and let the twins take each other out? Drop your answer in the comments, because I genuinely want to know if I'm the only one who would take the coward's way out here. And yes, before anyone asks, that's probably why I wouldn't survive 5 minutes in Dexter's world. Also, if you caught my Episode 6 breakdown, you know I said Blessing's Kamara is too perfect to survive the season. I still stand by it, and the trailer basically confirmed my fear. I'll explain why in a minute. In my New Blood final breakdown, I talked about the mirror moment. The point where Dexter sees someone else do something exactly like him, and it shakes his belief system. Episode 7 looks like it's setting up a mirror moment with Harrison. That park scene, the one with Harrison and Dante. That's not casual bonding. That's Harrison testing himself, seeing if he can control his dark passenger the way Dexter claims to. And I don't think he can. I hate to say it, but the trailer might be telling us Harrison is about to cross his first real moral line, and Dexter's not going to stop him. But back to Gemini, or should I say Geminis. I think Episode 7 is the split episode. Showtime's going to physically separate the twins for the first time, and Dexter will be forced to make a choice, take the more dangerous one off the board, or take the one most likely to talk. And knowing Dexter, he'll take the one who talks. Which means the dangerous one will still be breathing when Episode 8 starts. And if you think that's scary now, wait until I show you what happens in the trailer's final 3 seconds. Before we dive into that, you already know. If you love theories that go beyond the surface and pick apart every frame like we just did, you have to subscribe to Breakdown Epic. Not just because it keeps you in the loop, but because next week's Episode 7 post-mortem is going to be insane. Hit that button so you don't get left behind. Okay, the last 3 seconds of this trailer are not what you think. You probably thought you saw a shadow moving behind Dexter, right? But what if I told you that wasn't a shadow, it was a reflection? And it wasn't his. That reflection in the trailer's final seconds. Freeze it. Lighten the frame. What you'll notice is this. The silhouette isn't holding Dexter's weapon of choice. It's holding something longer. The profile of the blade is too thick for a scalpel or a knife. It looks like a baton or a collapsible steel rod. Now, I'm not saying Showtime is trying to slip in a new weapon here, but baton-style weapons, that's NYPD territory, which means whoever's in that reflection might not be Gemini. It might not even be Prater's crew. It could be someone inside the police force, someone who already suspects Dexter, and the only person that makes sense right now, Detective Wallace. Remember in episode 4 when Wallace pressed Batista about the Bay Harbor Butcher files, but he brushed her off? Yeah, this might be her coming back into the picture, except this time, she's done waiting for permission. Now let's talk about Blessings Kamara. Look, I love Blessings. I think she's one of the most humanizing characters Dexter has ever interacted with. But that's exactly why I think episode 7 could be her last. The trailer shows her in one quick shot standing outside, phone in hand, looking scared. It's easy to miss. She's in mid-sentence saying something like, "I don't think you should," before the audio cuts. Call me paranoid, but whenever Showtime gives a wholesome side character a worried phone call mid-trailer, it's not because they're about to go on vacation. No. That's foreshadowing, and if Blessings ends up in the wrong place at the wrong time, say within striking distance of one of the Geminis, Dexter's emotional growth could blow up in his face. Because if Blessings dies, Dexter's restraint dies with her. Let me throw this one at you. Would you rather see Dexter completely lose control again, like in season 5, with that primal rage, or do you think it's more satisfying to watch him stay cold, calculated, and untouchable? Comment below, because I'm torn. The chaos lover in me wants to see the monster unleashed, but the storyteller in me knows a calculated Dexter makes for a more devastating finale. Now about Harrison. I said it in my episode 6 breakdown, and I'll say it again. The kid's not okay. The trailer confirms it. That scene in the park. He's not just standing there. He's mimicking someone. You can see it in the way his shoulders tense. It's the exact same body language Dexter had in New Blood episode 3, right before he confronted Matt Caldwell. Why is that important? Because Harrison's never been taught the full ritual. He's improvising, which means if he decides to act in episode 7, it's gonna be messy, and messy gets noticed. And here's my theory: one of the twins will survive this episode because of Harrison. Either he interferes mid-kill, or he chooses to save the wrong twin thinking it's the innocent one. But in Dexter's world, there's no innocent twin. And then there's Batista. I've been saying since the first trailer dropped, Batista isn't coming to New York just to sniff around. He's coming to finish what he started in New Blood. The knock at Dexter's door in the episode 7 trailer. Yeah, it might be him. But here's where it gets nastier. Imagine Batista walks in, mid-interrogation, and one of the Geminis walks in right after. That's the nightmare scenario. Dexter trapped between a cop who knows his past, and a killer who wants to end his present. And no matter which one he deals with first, the other one leaves with leverage. Honestly, if it were me, I'd just crawl out the bathroom window and change my name to Carl. But Dexter will always stay for the endgame. That's why we're hooked, because he plays with fire like it's air. Now if you freeze frame at 0:47 in the trailer, you'll catch something wild. A tarp. Not just any tarp, but one taped inside a location that looks like a storage unit. Dexter hasn't used a storage unit kill room since season 2, and the only time he ever did that, when he needed to hide a kill from the police. So why now? Because he knows someone's watching his usual patterns. This is Dexter breaking his own code to keep his code alive. Here's the part no one's talking about. Prater might be using Gemini as bait. Think about it: Prater's smart, strategic, and clearly willing to sacrifice pawns. If he knows Dexter's gunning for Gemini, what better way to keep Dexter occupied than to double the target, split them up, and let Dexter waste time chasing the wrong one? Meanwhile, Prater moves in on Harrison or Blessings, and if that happens in episode 7, that's how you set up a final bloodbath. At this point, Dexter's plan is starting to look like that. This is fine, dog meme, except the fire is Gemini, Batista, Prater, Harrison's teenage rebellion, and Dexter's own conscience, all burning at once. Here's the bottom line. Episode 7 isn't about the kill. It's about exposure. Showtime's playing with our expectations, making us look for the next plastic wrap scene, when the real danger is Dexter's mask slipping in front of the wrong person. So when you watch episode 7, remember this. It's not the twin we see that matters, it's the one hiding in the reflection. I'll be here right after episode 7 drops, breaking down every frame, every line, and every hidden clue for you. Until then, drop your wildest twin theory in the comments, and tell me who you think makes it out of this episode alive. And hey, if Dexter somehow walks into episode 8 without losing someone he loves, I'll eat my words on camera, figuratively, probably.